Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that affects millions of Americans, especially those who rely on Social Security benefits. We're talking about Social Security paper checks, where they stand in 2025, what's changing, and what it all means for you or your loved ones. Whether you still receive your Social Security through paper mail or you've already switched to direct deposit, this update is important. There's been a lot of confusion out there, rumors about whether paper checks are going away, why delays are happening, and what your options are if you're not getting your benefits on time. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's break it all down step by step. Let's start with a bit of background. The U.S. Treasury began transitioning away from paper checks in 2011 to reduce fraud, cut costs, and make payments more secure. By March 2013, the Social Security Administration started requiring most new beneficiaries to receive their payments electronically, either through direct deposit into a bank account or onto a direct express debit card. In 2025, more than 98% of Social Security payments are now sent electronically. Still, tens of thousands of Americans continue receiving paper checks every month. This could be due to personal preference, lack of access to a bank, or because they were granted a hardship exemption. If you're still in that group receiving paper checks, you may have noticed delays or heard concerns about changes. So here's the big question, are paper checks going away completely in 2025? As of right now, no. There is no official mandate to eliminate them entirely this year. However, the government continues to strongly encourage beneficiaries to switch to electronic payments. If you're applying for Social Security for the first time in 2025, you won't be allowed to choose a paper check unless you qualify for an exemption. The aim is to phase out paper checks over time, but they haven't been eliminated just yet. Still, there are challenges for those who receive them. One of the biggest issues is delay. Social Security paper checks are sent through the United States Postal Service, and mail delays remain a significant problem in 2025. Staffing shortages, cost-cutting measures, and logistic changes have made mail delivery less reliable, especially in rural or underserved areas. That means your check, which is scheduled to arrive on the 3rd of the month, might show up several days late. These delays are frustrating for anyone, but for those who rely on every dollar to pay bills, buy food, or cover medications, it can be downright stressful. Adding to that stress, there's very limited tracking available for paper checks. Once it leaves the SSA and enters the mail system, it's out of their control. If it gets lost or stolen, you'll have to wait days or even weeks for a replacement to be processed. This is exactly why the SSA and Treasury continue pushing for electronic payments. Direct deposit is the gold standard. It's fast, reliable, and secure. When you're set up for direct deposit, your money arrives on your scheduled payment date, automatically, without depending on the weather, the mail, or your local postal worker. If you don't have a bank account, the government offers the Direct Express card. This is a prepaid debit card where your benefits are loaded monthly. You can use it to shop, pay bills, or withdraw cash at ATMs. It's a solid alternative for people who are unbanked, and while it has its drawbacks, like occasional service issues, it's still far safer than relying on paper checks. Now, if you're thinking, but I still need to receive a paper check, there are some exceptions. The Treasury allows waivers in special cases, typically for people who are over 90 years old, those with mental disabilities, individuals in remote areas, or anyone with religious objections to electronic banking. If you fall under one of these categories, you can apply for a waiver by filling out FS Form 1201W. That said, exemptions are rare and the government does review them carefully. If you're among those still receiving paper checks, you also need to be alert to the risks of fraud. Check theft is a growing concern. Scammers target the mail, especially around known pay dates. If someone steals your check, you could face weeks of delay before the SSA reissues your payment. So be proactive. Know your exact payment schedule. Social Security checks go out based on your birthday, so mark your calendar. If possible, use a locked mailbox, or retrieve your mail promptly. And if your check doesn't arrive within 3 business days of its due date, call the SSA at 888-772-1213 to report it. Also, don't share your personal information over the phone. SSA officials will never call you out of the blue asking for your social security number or bank info. Looking ahead, it's clear that electronic payments are the future. The government continues exploring ways to make benefit payments more efficient, secure, and accessible. There's ongoing discussion about improving the Direct Express system, adding more mobile-friendly tools, and supporting people who face barriers to electronic banking. In the long run, it's possible we'll see an even stronger push to fully phase out paper checks, especially as more financial tools become available to older adults and vulnerable populations. That's it for today's update. I hope this helped clarify some of the confusion about paper checks and where things stand in 2025. If you found this information useful, drop a comment below or share it with someone who might need it. And if you want to stay on top of everything related to Social Security, updates, myths, payment delays, and new benefits, make sure to subscribe. More helpful videos are coming your way soon. Until next time, take care and stay informed.